The space race is simple, actually. You're not trying to colonize the galaxy, you're not trying to find aliens or build a galactic empire. You're just standing in your backyard, looking at your neighbor's fence and trying to build a ladder taller than theirs just to prove you can. That's the space race. Most history books make it sound like a grand scientific leap for humanity. Wrong. It was a massive, high-stakes game of anything you can do, I can do louder. Here's an example. It's 1957. The USSR tosses a small, beeping metal ball called Sputnik into orbit. Most people think they did it for science. Nope, they did it because that beeping ball was a signal. It was them saying, if we can put a beep box over your head, we can put a nuke there too. Boom. Observation made. The US didn't see a satellite, they saw a threat. So instead of ignoring it, they panicked. They didn't just want to match the USSR, they wanted to outflex them. It's like being in a gym. Someone pulls a heavy deadlift next to you. You don't ask them about their form or their protein intake. That's pressure. Instead, you just add 10 more pounds to your bar and stare them down. That was the 1960s. The beauty of the space race is that it wasn't about the moon, it was about the flex. It was flexible, it was expensive, and best of all, it took the focus off the mess happening back on Earth. You didn't have to solve poverty or civil rights, you just had to point at the sky and say, look, we're winning. Alright, let's talk about what this flex actually looked like in practice. First, you have to realize that the moon was just a finish line someone drew in the dirt because they were tired of running. Before that, it was who can get a dog up there, then who can get a man up there, then who can do a spacewalk without floating away forever. Second, you need to understand the observation rule. When the Soviets put Yuri Gagarin in space, the US didn't say, wow, congrats on the achievement. They said, that's a bold move. We're going to the moon by the end of the decade. Done. It wasn't an original goal, it was a reaction to keep from looking small. Finally, you have to get comfortable with the risk. Not every rocket launch led to a victory. Some exploded on the pad. In the unfiltered world of 1960s rocketry, the point wasn't to be perfect, it was to keep going until the other guy ran out of money. The more you look at it, the more you realize the space race wasn't about one giant leap for mankind. That's what the US did with the Apollo missions. They didn't just land, they brought a car, they played golf, they made it personal, they turned a cold, dead rock into a trophy room. It was about two guys in a room, each trying to prove they were the main character. And honestly, once you see it that way, it's kind of funny. You might think it's deeper than that, but think about it. When was the last time you did something just because someone else said you couldn't? Probably recently. People are competitive by nature, so when a country does it, it's just a glitch in the matrix on a global scale. You're not trying to be the smartest guy in history, you're just noticing where the bar is and jumping an inch higher. Oh, and one more thing, you have to mean it. The scientists actually cared about the stars, the politicians just cared about the map. That's where things get tripped up. We think history is made by great visions, but usually it's made by people who didn't want to lose. So the next time you feel like you're behind in life, look at the space race. Notice the neighbor, see what they're beeping about, and decide if you really need to build a rocket or if you're just reacting to their noise. Worst case, you stay on Earth and save a few $1 billion. Best case, you realize the whole race was just a game, and once you know the rules, it's a lot easier to play. It's simple, actually.